Alright, so we already know the basic from part 1 and part 2. Now what we're going to show you in part 3 here is how to complete this list of assignments. Create pages, right? 4 pages. This is just an example. You can do home, menu, location, online order. You can do anything, okay, 4 pages. Let's say I'm going to create a new page from Dreamweaver. So go to File, New, HTML. You can click on that too in the middle. Alright, so we're gonna save this as, remember, you have to set up the location, right? Your local folder, right? And everything. So that's the most important thing here. Okay, so let me show you from new site, right? So I'm going to set it up. I'm going to make it on my desktop, name new folder. Let's say I'm going to make an IT web, okay, IT website, for example. So I'm going to name site IT website. So we're going to talk about homepage, right? So this is homepage. So I'm going to name welcome to IT. Okay, website, something like that, right? So we're going to talk about homepage, the contents. IT website provides, like we were talking about all the IT stuff, right? Tools, review, and comments. On any IT, any wearable technology, something like that. All right, so I have home page. I'm going to, what would you name your home page? Index, right? So I'm done with the home page. Now I'm going to do menu page, right? So create a new page, right? HTML. So like I said, it can be something else, like maybe the list of products to review, okay? So I'm going to say, okay, product page, okay. So now we just going to say, let's say this is going to be iPhone 6, okay? And we're going to say pros, slim, cons, fragile. Okay? Pricey. Pricey? Pricey? Like that, right? No. Okay. I think without E. Okay. All right. Now, maybe some image. How to add image? We're gonna talk about add image too at the same time. You need to embed, right, animation like zip file, right? So we were talking about that last time. Let me show you how to do this. So like I said, I'm going to just borrow this, okay, for education purpose, okay. Like you may want to make sure you have your own image going on, otherwise you may get the letter from the lawyer about pirates, okay. Like you cannot steal some people images and put on your to use, something like that. That's okay. Not sure if Apple would like to see my YouTube video here. Okay. So I'm going to put it on where? The same location, right? Where you create your folder for your website project. Okay? You don't want to put it outside that folder. That's the critical point, right? Okay. So I'm going to put it there. Now, how to add the image? So let's refresh. There you go. I put it in the same location. You can just drag and drop. Okay. There you go. You got an image on your page, right? So now you can put in the location that you want to. But like I said, when you use Dreamweaver, it's just easy. You can center and bold this, right? Sometimes it's easier just if you know the code too. You can just say center. That's one way. I'm going to name this as product. Information for your test, you need to know how to do image, and this is the source code for that. Use img tag, src source, and the file name. In the code, you can set the width and height, pretty much the size of the image. Okay, this is just like a text. Like some browser, you cannot show an image. It's going to show a text instead. Okay. Alright, so that's the product. Now, we move on to the next page. Location. Now, location, I just like to have a map. If you can embed Google Map. So we create a new page. And we're going to say, okay, where we are. So, location. Now, I show you how to do that by going to the Google Map, right? And make sure you're going to enter the address and go to the tools at the bottom. Let's say we're going to put Apple. Let me not do that. So I'm going to put this location and then share and embed, right? So we can just embed the map by copy this code, switch back, go to code, and this is where I want to put a map inside a P. P stands for paragraph. It's going to make a new paragraph for the map. And we're going to save this as location page. Right, so when you hit live, you can see it should show the map for you right there. Right? So that's simple. Now, next we're going to do online order. So this is linked to the forms that we're about to talk about this. We already talked about this yesterday, but today we're going to review for you again. See? So how to do this? Go back to create a new HTML. And we're going to do maybe online order page. I'm going to say online order. So we're going to say shopping cart, something like that, right? So I'm going to say a broken iPhone who want to buy it. I have an image there, right? I'll show you how to create a form then. Alright, so to create a form, we go to code. Like, I mean, we can do form the design too, but I prefer to do this form here. Like, you just open form, in the form, and go through the list here. We said we want your name, so put your first name. And then we need input type equals to text, right? Okay, I'm going to show you from the code here, right? And name equals to name is pretty much just the name that is going to hold the values of this, which is first name. So I'm going to save this as order. And if you hit live, you see that we have a form that you can type in. Okay. Now the same thing, you can just copy and paste and do that. But I'm going to show you if you want to do design, like, okay, let's do copy and paste first. Like copy and paste. And then you can just change this to last name. Right. If you want to have address information, you can do so. Right, so it should show the second one for you. Like that, right? So the BR here you see on the test 2 stands for new line break. Okay. Now I want to show you if I don't want to type the code, I can do it from here too. Insert from the design here, we can go to form. You see that? You can pick the fields that you want, like email. You see? It's going to insert email for you. You don't have to type. Is that easy? Go to code. It's pretty much just add the code email for you. And add the label for you too. But this code pretty much the same here. Use ID, name and ID. Yeah, we like to have ID too. Okay. Alright, so now let's say we want to do, these are just simple forms for the input, right? Like text fields. We use the form. How about radio buttons? Okay. So radio buttons. We can do a code too. Last time I showed you how to code. Let me show you how to use the Dreamweaver to go to insert form. We have radio button here. Radio button, right? Now you just need to rename this, right? Mail. Okay. Now when you use radio button, it's just like an option, right? You either choose male or female. You cannot be both, right? So you have to make sure the name has to be the same name. Like when you use Dreamweaver, it pretty much just put two separate names to make you be able to pick both like that. We don't want it to happen like that. See that? So that's what you have problem with, some of you. So we want to name it the same. Like this is about sex, so I'm going to name it sex. Same as well as if you use the ID, right? So you have to do the same name. Okay, type is radio, but the value has to be male. Then we know that when the user select, it's like male, right? Female. ID has to be the same sex. Now let's test. It should be working now. You can do either. See that? So that's the point. Now next you can do the insert checkboxes, right? We talk about checkboxes too. Form. You have to make sure you hit on no live, otherwise it's not letting you do that on the live. And make sure you use the dotted red line here because that's inside the form. Insert form. Go to checkbox. We can do as a group, and then you can just say group like, okay, phone that you want to order, and then you can add, right? So checkbox is gonna be iPhone 6, right? The value is the same, iPhone 6, and you can do the same for the rest and hit OK.